What's going on? How are you all doing?
We're here.
Facebook Live. Go and find some people. Facebook. We're super excited. We are going live today for a cause.
Yes, absolutely. We are here standing with Michelle, fighting with Michelle. That's what we're here for.
Michelle Shree is one of our great friends, and we've got to know Michelle and Chad over the course of the last 12 months, and they were only just in Bali just a couple of weeks ago. We'll talk more about that. But the point of today, and for those that are tuning in, joining it, make sure that you share this post with everybody that you know. This is a great cause because Michelle is a beautiful individual, and what we've done as a automotive community, as sales hustlers, as rising grinders, as healthy hustlers, what we're doing is, you got to share it to your group straight away actually, is that we are going live for 24 hours on a, what do we call it, a live-a-thon. A live-a-thon, raising money for Michelle, who is facing stage 3 cancer, breast cancer. And she's had that diagnosis just in the last couple of days. Let me just flick up and make sure that my screen just went nice and dull, but that's okay. As long as we're charged up and we're ready to go.
That's it.
Meli's going to share it around. So we've got the healthy hustler, the sales hustler here. And we got the opportunity. Let me tell the story first up.
Please,
hey?
I'm going to share this.
I met Chad and Michelle in Orlando for our first ever Sales Hustlers Live. They came and helped us out with it, and that was back in October last year. And you know, we just hit it off. You know, as great friends, and you know, Meli got the opportunity in January to go over to Las Vegas for one of our events, and Michelle and Chad were there, and you know, we're just so excited just to hang out as the 4 of us, the 6 of us with the Hazes as well. And so we got an opportunity to start building a friendship beyond business. Yeah. You know, it's one thing to have business colleagues, but it's another thing to have friends at the same time. And so anyway, Chad sent me this message about, what would it have been? How long ago were they in Bali? About 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
It's literally like 2 or 3 weeks ago. They were in Bali with us, and he sent me a message like the week before, and said, hey, we're coming to Bali. And I'm like, what?
So
what are you talking about? Like, they're from Seattle. Like, you know, it's like 27 hours. Are you crazy? Coming to Bali? Like, I do it all the time, but that's just crazy. So I said, what are you coming for? And they go, just to get replenished and get refreshed and get some new business ideas. There he is, Chad Morgan. What's going on, man?
Must be the middle of the night for them.
It is. It is. So 2:30, what is it? It's 11:30 p.m. It's not too bad. So he's like, we're coming. And I'm like, really? Is it just you or Michelle? And he's like, both. So they came out to Bali, and I'm like, what? This is going to be super. And they came out for 4 or 5 days. And you probably saw the video that Chad posted earlier today about his time in...
the
Wi-Fi, the Bali Wi-Fi. You know what it's like, Chad and Michelle? Crazy.
Give us a heart attack.
Crazy. So they came on out, and we just like 4 or 5 days.
It's what makes them awesome. Living up for the adventure, and that's
adventurous souls.
It's unique. It's beautiful.
So we're getting together today to raise awareness, pray, and what Glenn Lundy said, I really liked it. He said we're gonna pray, we're gonna share, and we're gonna give. Yep. I think that's really cool. So I'm wearing my Quick Page T-shirt.
That's it.
Supporting you guys. I got the Humble Hustle on, but fightwithmichelle.com. You'll see the link in the description. I'm sure heaps of other people will post it as well. Yeah. Make sure it's a GoFundMe account, and Michelle's being diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer, and pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
And so we want to get around her, and we want to pray for her.
Yes.
We want to support her and be there to listen, and we definitely want to give. And I noticed that the figure is over $7,000 already in just 2.5 hours.
Awesome.
So we're going live for 24 hours. Well, not us directly. Thank goodness. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. That was a bad idea. Yeah. Hey, if you want one of these shirts, send me a private message. I'm going to hook you up. I don't know how we're going to hook you up, but Chad and I will find a way.
Absolutely.
So, Meli, you got to know Michelle a lot more when she came to Bali, and
Absolutely.
obviously Chad. I mean, Chad's all right, but Michelle's awesome.
These guys have a heart of gold. They are the most beautiful people from every aspect that you can think of, and I love getting to know Chad and Michelle more, and the way that they think, the way that they see the world, their adventurous spirit, their love for people, their love for their family, their love for life. And you know what? It's really refreshing to spend time with people who also make the most out of their life and live it up. Like, honestly, when Michelle jumped on the back of the bike with Chad for the first time, she was freaked out. Like, it's not driving. Anyone been to Bali or India or Thailand, you know the traffic is insane.
It is.
And you know what? They did it. I couldn't believe it. Not many people come to Bali and learn to jump on a bike and drive around here. But these guys did it, and it just showed me the courageous spirit that these guys have.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful, and I'm so pumped for the community that we are seeing here in the automotive industry, and there's quite a few industries really gathering together here to support these guys. But they are the shining light of living life to its fullest.
Yeah.
You know, and we believe and we speak life over you, Michelle, where you're at, and that this is not the end, this is the beginning.
Yep.
This is just a new chapter that you're going through, but we are cheering and supporting and praying for you throughout this whole season here, and I think that you are handling yourself with such grace.
Yeah.
And also, I love how open she's been about the journey. You know, there's nothing worse than when you contain it and suffocate it, and it can just eat away at you. But she's just been so beautiful at actually blessing the rest of us by joining us, letting us be a part of her journey. You know, we should feel privileged on that, to go with it and to be able to support her. You know, Dave and I were talking before about horror movies, as you do, and how a lot of these like end of the world kind of movies, you know, you see humanity turn on each other, and you know, it's quite revolting, but you know, it's entertainment. But even in the media, you know, when things go bad, they try and paint humanity out to be like rivalry and stuff like that. But you know what? I think it's completely opposite. I think when we see someone go through a hard time, when we see someone suffering, I think it brings out the best.
Yep.
And Michelle, you are bringing out the best in us, because we're coming together to support and cheer and fight with you through your journey of cancer.
Well, look at what's happened. You know, in just a couple of days, I know this got pulled together in just a couple of days. I want to give a shout out to Glenn Lundy and Lisa Copeland, Sean Hayes, and there's a stack of people I could give you a shout out to, because there's 48 people taking a half an hour slot over a 24-hour period to go live and to help.
Yes.
And I just think that's amazing. Not only is 48 people going live, I mean, I don't have 48 friends, that's for sure. I hope I don't get cancer, because there wouldn't be 48 people going live for me. I'd have to go live myself.
Oh no, so bad.
So she's got 48 people that are willing to jump onto a live at half an hour apiece.
Yeah.
And secondly, obviously that reaches a broader audience, but you know, it's about what we can do. And it's, you know, it's one thing to have 24 people on here right now, 22. What's wrong with people? Come on, stay on. We've got to get our numbers up. This is a competition in itself.
Oh really? Yeah. Oh gosh.
I know it's 2:30 in the morning Eastern time.
Yeah.
But has any ever been done?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so. No, this is crazy. So, but you know what the cool thing is? There's an opportunity, like for 22 of us, to not let an opportunity pass us by to give. And this is for me something I'm very passionate about. You know, I had the opportunity to share at church this morning around our giving, which is ironic because that's what we're doing today. And you know, I spoke about the fact that, you know, and I say this all the time, that we can't do everything, but we must do something. And for us at, you know, in Bali, you know, where it's actually bright outside, everybody else is doing it in the dungeon or with the lights on, where it's a beautiful day here, about 90 degrees Fahrenheit, so nice and warm. But for us, I'm like, okay, so what can we do? okay, we can go live? And I'm like, before I even think about it, I just put in $100, and I said to Meli, I'm like, $100, but we've got to do something else. And so Hustle and Grind Con is something that QuickPage, and if you don't know about QuickPage, by the way, QuickPage is the best app in the automotive business. Go and check it out. It's Chad and Michelle's baby. And again, that's another way that you can help, right? Yes. Is, you know, if you don't feel right, or if you don't have the funds to give via the GoFundMe account, you can support Chad and Michelle through QuickPage.
Absolutely.
They're 100% business owners in that.
Business.
And so you can jump on board with QuickPage, which is really cool. So check that out. Yep. QuickPageapp.com. You can do it that way.
That's it.
Alternatively, you know, what I was going to say is I just made an announcement to the speakers who are on the live, but I wanted to let you know as well that what we've done is we're part of Hustle and Grind Con, and QuickPage is one of the major sponsors. And so what I wanted to do is, for this 24-hour period, if anybody books their tickets, because I know a lot of people have been like putting it off to get their Hustle and Grind tickets. So we're running a conference, for those that don't know, on the 8th and 9th of October in Orlando, Florida, called Hustle and Grind Con. It's going to be amazing for the automotive industry. It's going to blow your business up. It's going to be amazing. But the long and short of it is, if you pick up a general admission ticket in this 24-hour period, 100% of the ticket price is going to the GoFundMe account of Michelle. 100%.
That's it. And don't despise even the smallest of giving. Like, just if there is just something that you can give, and you know what, you're going to benefit from the giving as well. Yes, you're blessing Michelle through her journey and helping her raise money and awareness for what she's doing with battling the cancer and stuff like that, but it will also bless your life. It doesn't matter how small it is, just reach out, give out. It will be amazing for both ends of the spectrum there.
Yeah, for sure. So like, to break it down for you on the Hustle and Grind ticket, if you go to Hustle Grind Con, it's hustlegrindcon.com. I always forget what the website is. hustlegrindcon.com.
If you go, link.
Yeah, we'll put the link. Somebody do it. hustlegrindcon.com. If you go and buy a ticket to the Hustle and Grind Con, a general admission ticket is currently $297. So we're expecting that we could get 50 general admission tickets sold in the next 24 hours.
Come on, guys.
And if you look at it that way, that is, I'm bad at math, but 50, that's 15 grand.
Okay, awesome.
That's a lot of money.
You know, and
we can help out that way.
And thinking from an Australian here, like, this might seem a bit bizarre to us because our healthcare system is quite different.
Okay.
You know, even recently, my grandmother has actually gone in and, you know, had a mastectomy for cancer, but she didn't have to blink. She didn't even have to think about it because it's all set up for us. So we need to also understand that the American system is not set up that way.
That's true. A lot of our audience is probably in Australia as well, so keep in mind.
And not understanding why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's to cover the costs, and, you know, Michelle and Chad are part of a small business, and so healthcare and insurance and all that sort of stuff is crazy in the US. So we get blessed in Australia, even though we live in Bali.
Yeah. But they've got a journey ahead of them that we're going to support them whatever way we can, whether it's words of kindness, whether it's through prayer, whether it's through even listening. You know, a lot of times when we hear someone's got cancer or even any other illness, we're very quick to speak up and say, oh, you should do this, you should do that. And, you know, I know Chad and Michelle, and they've got their shit together. They know what they're on about. They've got their plan, and they are sold out for it, and they're going to fight all the way there. But some of the greatest things that we can do is actually simply listen, and that can be a great support to Michelle as she goes through it, is to know that she's heard and loved through that journey.
Yeah, that's cool.
We can also give financially. We can also give within the business and actually support the business there. That will support Chad and Michelle through this journey as well. So
there's multiple ways to give. There's multiple ways to be there. So that's a good point. Listen. I got all the men out there, and probably I took that on board just for a marriage. Don't give my opinion, just listen.
Yeah, it really does. Like, for a lot of times, you know, men are very problem solved. Like, they want to solve the problem and fix it all up and stuff like that. And I get it, of course. You want things to change. But for women, a lot of the times, we just need to be able to voice it and to be heard and to know that other people received it. And that comes with a bit of emotional release as well, which is
Yeah.
a very healthy thing. So I think listening is very, very powerful, and to not overanalyze the situation for other people that are going through, but to simply breathe and to listen your way through it. So Chad says he's learning to listen. It is tough. It's not the simplest things. We're learning that as well.
But you know what I love about you guys? I love Chad and Michelle, that like you're attacking this, like, you know, when you deciding to come to Bali, you're like, okay, I'm coming to Bali, we want to get refreshed, but I also want like some new business inspiration, and I'm just going to make it happen. Like, you guys just the make it happen people, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know how, it was only a couple of days ago that I think Michelle found out. And ever since, like, you've been coming at it from every angle.
It's beautiful.
Right? Rather than just like, a lot of people, like, they just like get depressed and put, you know, and just say, oh, well, if the doctors can't get it, you know, they can't get it, or if it's not meant to be. But what Chad and Michelle have done is like, okay, so we've got to consult the doctors, we've got to go through the tests, we've got to go through all that strategy. But if you've seen Michelle's and Chad's post about changing their diet,
Go vegan diet there. I'm
absolutely,
so impressed.
like you know, the Bible says about seeking after wisdom.
Yeah.
And often, sometimes, like, we pray for a miracle, and I will still believe that. But
Absolutely.
the cool thing is, like, they're going at it from those three aspects. They're believing for a miracle, they're consulting the doctors, and they're also doing everything possible in the natural. And I think sometimes, like, we just, you know, as Bible-believing churchgoers, we you know, we believe for that miracle, but then when we open up the Bible and it says seek after wisdom.
And wisdom is putting these things into
They
action,
will.
which they are
Exactly.
doing, which we
Yeah.
love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Putting it into action.
Knowledge isn't power.
No,
The applied knowledge is where the power lies. It's potential power otherwise.
that's it.
Tony Robbins.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
I thought you made it up, but it sounded awesome.
She's wrapping up a full day of fasting. That's awesome.
Oh, really? Oh, super proud of you, Michelle. I love
How's
that.
the carrots going?
Carrot juice, juicing, fasting. It's fantastic. Vegan diet. She's onto it, and the truest healthy hustler I know.
Yeah, look at the healthy hustler. She's got a t-shirt too.
I hope so. Yeah, I'm pretty
Did
sure she
we give
does.
her one?
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
do.
see, she's a sales hustler. She's a healthy hustler, and that's pretty cool. So we're going to end this shortly. What have we got? We've still got 10 minutes left, but we're going to pray at the end and believe for that miracle. But we also believe for supernatural wisdom.
Good hashtag. Applied knowledge is power.
And you like that?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. You can steal that because I stole it from Tony.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I know that there's some exciting news coming up at QuickPage as well, and
Yes.
you know, on the 1st of the month, and I know of that, and I think, you know, I just think the ability to have, you know, multiple ways to give
Yes.
is pretty cool. And when Chad Morgan announces the 1st of August special announcement for a QuickPage, you guys have to jump all over that, because again, that will be a blessing. That will give them that security to be able to fight this as well. And we know that sometimes, you know, when the enemy comes in, or when we have that negative thoughts run through, you know, it can pull every part of our life apart, you know. And so what I'm believing for is, while they're going through this biggest challenge of their lives, and especially for Michelle, is the biggest challenge of her life, the biggest fight of her life, but you know, she'll have that security, and she'll have that, you know, that safety net in her business. That
Yeah.
the business will be going strong, so she won't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
You know, that can, you know,
And
can
you-
have time out to focus on it.
That's it. And you always say we are here to, you know, what are we here on this earth for? To be a blessing to other people, and to I encourage you to look out for opportunities on how you can actually bless other people. It can be small, it can be big, it can be whatever it is, but look out, because you are here to bless others. And by doing that, when everyone starts thinking that way and acting that way, man, the ripple effect, it hits you like a ton of bricks back in the face. It's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, live to be a blessing to other people and to look for those opportunities.
Who was that? Oh no, I was talking about pizza. Yeah, you want pizza?
Why are we talking about pizza, people?
No pizza. No pizza.
Step away from the pizza.
I mean, I got to tell a quick story, and that is when I got this shirt in Las Vegas at the Hustle House. Chad and Michelle came and hung out with us at the Hustle House. 28 salespeople in a $9 million mansion in Las Vegas. What can go wrong? It's like what's that movie?
The Hangover.
The Hangover. Nothing bad happened. There was no tigers in the bathroom or anything like that. There was a few people passed out, but anyway, Chad and Michelle came and hung out with us, and I remember like I was in what we called the man tub, but Michelle was allowed in the man tub. Right, which was our business networking, late night business networking ideas mastermind in the hot tub in Las Vegas. I'm not allowed to talk about it. And like there was one night that like Michelle's messaging Chad like, "Are you coming to bed?" And it was like 3:30 in the morning, and Chad and I are just like masterminding. We're sharing ideas. We're coming up with strategy. And I think about these guys, about not just the friendship, but the awesome people that want the best for their life.
Yeah, big thinkers, big visionaries.
So if you're going to support anybody, there's lots of things that you can support. There's lots of things that you can do. But I know what a blessing your finances, your giving, and your prayers will be to Michelle and to Chad. We love you guys, and that's pretty cool. You know who they've got up next?
Who?
Jonathan Dawson.
Come on now.
Jonathan Dawson, another one of our hustle and grind speakers. Rhonda Swan's on. That's awesome. Rhonda's met Chad and Michelle as well. So come and hang out with us in Bali. So I'm glad that you're joining. And again, the ability for Rhonda, I'm telling you, got to share this. Jeremy Snellgrove, all the Aussies are joining in now.
Oh, awesome.
The football must be finished.
Classic.
So yeah, why don't we? Anything else you wanted to share?
You know, we're what we're believing for. Okay, so everyone can have their own beliefs. Everyone can believe for different things here, but let us share what we're believing for. We are believing for supernatural healing, first and foremost for you, Michelle. We are also believing for healing. We are believing for answers.
Yeah.
We are believing for wisdom.
Yeah.
For direction and for favor over you guys as you walk through this journey with strength and boldness, and that's what we are believing for with you. So
yeah.
We do want to pray and hand this over. We don't need to carry everything in our strength, but we can actually hand it over and walk it out in faith.
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking about this morning, you know, like I was talking this morning at church about the fact that the Bible says that it's better to give than it is to receive. And this is a surefire sign of this.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know, it is better
so
to give than to receive.
On here.
So well done, everybody. Whether it's, do me a favor, for the 22 people, don't let an opportunity pass you by.
Yeah.
You might have already given, but I guarantee you there could be a small amount that you could give right now.
Yeah.
Another $5, another $10 that you can say, okay, this week I'm going to sacrifice my coffees, my Starbucks, and I'm going to give $40 extra.
Yeah.
Make a decision right now, whether you've given already or you haven't given, just to make that extra opportunity and not and contribution, and don't let this opportunity pass you by. For me, you know, we have Gojek. You know what I'm talking about, Chad and Michelle, which is like the Uber Eats delivery guys, right? And for me, I always make sure that I've got enough money to tip them, and tip them really well. Yeah. I never want to let an opportunity pass me by.
Yeah.
Like I tipped the guy at the petrol station this morning who helped fill up the tank of fuel, because we can't do it ourselves in Bali apparently. Right, we have to have a guy that does it for us. So you know, I'm like, here's a couple of extra dollars, and just, it doesn't matter how big it is, but just like every opportunity, here's some money, here's an opportunity to bless somebody else, because $2 might not mean a lot to me, but it sure as heck is going to mean a lot to somebody in Bali. It sure as heck is going to make a difference. So for those people that can only give a couple of dollars, but there's a few people that can give thousands. There's a few business owners, and I'm going to encourage you. Do something like we're doing with Hustle and Grind Con. You know, I have this goal, literally to get 50 general admission tickets in the next 24 hours, and 100%. There's no catch, we're not upselling you into anything. $297, and as soon as the receipt hits the account, not even the money hits the account. As soon as I see that you've paid it, I will pay it straight into the GoFundMe account. So I'm believing for 50. So I'm believing that Hustle and Grind Con, we can raise $15,000 in the next 21 hours for this cause, which is awesome. So before we hand over to Jonathan Dawson, who's pretty cool.
Awesome.
He's another hustler.
Pumped.
This is cool. This is cool. Is it possible? Okay, cool. Just making sure that we're all good. I'm going to pray.
Yep, let's
Is that
pray.
okay? Lord, we just thank you for your supernatural intervention in Michelle's situation. We thank you that you're a God that can do miracles, that you're a God that can do what the doctors can't. And we believe for you to guide the hands of the doctors. We believe for you to guide Chad and Michelle through this period. And we believe for their wisdom, for your wisdom to come upon them.
Yeah.
We believe for your grace and for your strength to come upon them in this time. But we also believe for the supernatural. We also believe that, Lord, that you can do a miracle in this situation. And so we just thank you for the army of faithful believers that are praying right now, that are believing for her. We know that where two or more are gathered, that you are there and that you hear our cry. And so we plead to you, we ask from you, Lord, right now, Lord, that you make a way where there is no way, that you open up a path and you heal every fiber, every cell, every area of Michelle's body, from the top of her head right to the soles of her feet. Lord, that every part of her body would be free from cancer. And this would be a great testimony of your goodness, of your grace, and would shine a light towards you as well. So we thank you for it and believe it in Jesus' name.
Amen. Awesome.
All right, we'll go and make sure you go and check out Jonathan Dawson's post. If you haven't shared this, if you haven't liked this and commented, please do. That'll help Facebook algorithm just go crazy, which is always awesome. And fight with Michelle.com. You can just donate via a GoFundMe account. And don't forget Hustle and Grind, or hustlegrindcon.com. Your general admission ticket, $300 per ticket, which 100% goes towards these guys. So good. Michelle and Chad, we love you guys.
Thank you guys. Awesome.
We'll see you very soon.
Sounds good.